The only Clippers that we ever saw in LA was at the Staples Center. Think about my joke that I just said. The Staples Center. Clippers. Like Clippers. No. I tried to put it together.
What's poppin', people? On today's episode of Say Less, Adele lets us know if the bar is raised way too high for engagements. 2, North Carolina had a pretty busy weekend between Cam Newton, the Hornets, and DaBaby. And we let you know when it's not okay to hop on Instagram Live. I think those topics are pretty connected.
Probably never.
Probably never. But new episode of Say Less starts right now. Let's get it.
Cheers to Cass, baby.
Hey. So, we've spoken about this plenty of times, right? You know how we keep saying, everybody got to tuck their whole album back, tuck their whole season back because Adele about to drop? This is exactly why, right? Certain artists come around, they're like once in a generation artists where like shit stops when they drop. Mm-hmm. Adele's one of those people, right? When's the last time you had a bunch of people on the timeline?
I'm not gonna hold you.
Bunch of what? What?
It,
go ahead and try and
no.
minimize how dope that was.
I'm not minimizing how dope Adele is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't feel the maximum pressure.
Pressure what?
No, like the pressure of Adele about to come. I don't.
She
feel
just had a musical special debuting new songs on CBS.
No, I get it.
Right after football Sunday. There's no bigger.
But that's not. Is that surprising? Is that surprising?
No, it's not surprising to me.
That's what I'm saying.
An award show audience.
I'm saying it's not surprising because everybody gets the hit. Everybody knows Adele about to drop. Let me tuck a couple of these songs away and let her get her shit off, because once Adele, she's one of those maybe like 5 people on earth, maybe 3 really, maybe 3 or 4, that drops something and everything stops. I don't even think Bieber's on that level anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like Bieber,
you championed him a lot,
and I love me Bieber. I love Bieber. There was a point when Bieber was like at that point, but I think that's why a lot of folks say, when you got to mature to a certain age or a certain level to get to that next level. I don't think he really did it. He's still dope, still drops great music, still lots of pop stars out there. But Adele, when you get that CBS look, channel 2, basic television, not even cable, not no streaming service, not to say any of these are bad looks. You stop the world on a Sunday, right after all the husbands in the world just finished watching football and whatever they was watching.
Well, it's not hard to stop the world on a Sunday.
When you're Adele, of course it's not hard.
It is kind of hard because, especially on Sunday during football.
When you're Adele, it's not hard because, one, everyone is already in the crib, everybody's settled, everybody's relaxed. We done had dinner, we have our drinks, so it doesn't. No, I'm just saying it doesn't take too much to click on. It takes a lot
to be that type of artist.
I was gonna say,
to warrant coming on a Sunday evening after football. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're absolutely right. Yes, it's not easy for Adele. She's Adele.
Yeah.
A lot of artists can't do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists, a lot of companies, a lot of channels aren't like shelling out that much money. You saw who was in that crowd. Everybody who's ever been famous for like an hour.
You had
was in that
Oprah
crowd.
lead up to the performance.
Oprah's doing it.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, D-Wade in the crowd.
The blueprint of that event was supposed to be what it was.
Yeah, Leo. How she get
right?
Leo out the house?
Of course. Like she
got people out the house. I haven't seen.
That's what
you
I'm
saw Childish Gambino in there.
Like,
I haven't seen Gambino in.
How she get Leo out the house? Leo don't like being anywhere.
FX ain't even seen
Wasn't
Childish
Leo just
Gambino.
with like Jeff Bezos like a couple days ago?
No, he said hi to his wife.
Oh, I mean they was out there.
That was
Leo be out the house. He just
you don't see him.
He just don't be with
the mixy.
You know what I'm saying?
Good
like
for Leo.
If it's an Oscar night, if it's a movie premiere.
Yo, that Adele show last night was like A+ mixy.
Bro,
yeah.
That was A+.
It was like celebrity mixy.
That was the A+ Hollywood mixy.
I've never been inside the Met Gala, but I assume it feels a little bit like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think last night was a little bit more lax. It was a little bit more fun. It was a little bit more emotional and intimate. The Met Gala, though I've never been, clearly I'm never gonna go.
Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. If Met Gala if we want Lowkey at the Met Gala next year, best believe you ain't going like that. You're gonna look completely different, and you will do that. Absolutely.
Oh.
Don't do that.
Oh.
Don't do that. Just say you swallowed it the wrong way.
Oh.
Don't.
Where you just come from?
Don't change.
Oh,
Just
shit.
Here we are,
Oh,
damn it.
God.
All right.
Wait, where you just come from?
Please finish what
Okay,
you
yeah.
had to say.
Oh
No.
my God. I didn't
Then we'll
go
go back into it.
outside.
But
You was outside this week.
yeah,
don't lie.
you
Not
was
like that.
outside.
I was in a house full of people.
Continue your point about that. We'll get back to your weekend shenanigans after this.
No, but the Met Gala is way more pretentious. It's like 20, 30, 40,000 a table.
Yeah.
Head at a table.
And but it's a larger too, right? Like
Much
last
larger.
night.
Oh yeah, yes. Wait.
I'm just talking about
So that's why
level.
this is why
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is like the last lap of shows of mixing.
No, because it's like,
there's not
it's
many places you can go.
It's the star players. You
Yeah.
know, there's star players in last lap. It's Riri and Drake them been in
And
there.
you walk in and
Kevin
that's it. You
Durant
see
been
everybody.
in there. Like
Right.
so, it's the star players. But that was what it looked like at Adele's show. But it was a who's who in the crowd and. Obviously Adele, this is a crazy, beautiful rollout. She had 30 poster all around the world. Like
Right.
that, I think that kind of went unnoticed. But I saw glimpses of that. But last night's concert, just like you said, shows the power of who Adele is. But I just expect that. I knew that some kind of grandiose.
I mean, I'm not
thing
mad
was
at
gonna
you
come
saying you expect it. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy that she delivers on that expectation because not a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain people that you get hyped up. And sometimes, the moment doesn't really meet up to the music.
the magnitude
or
of it,
even,
yeah.
like, the celebrity of that person.
I think
doesn't meet up to that moment.
I think for Adele, I think because of the personality she has, I think it allows her not to be caught up in that moment.
Right.
And I think it allows her, because of everything she's been going through making this album,
Right.
a lot of these moments probably already played out in her head and how she's going to deal with these questions and these
right.
headlines and, sitting with Oprah and then the salacious shit with, post 6, whatever that
All right, so
shit is.
let's talk about
No,
the
I mean,
actual event.
but I think she's ready for it. I think she was ready for it.
Of course. I'm not shocked by that.
I think that last night was easy for her.
But let's talk about the actual moments that everyone's talking about that I think we should definitely talk about, right? During the show, there was a couple that came out, right? Mm-hmm. To black man, black woman. First off, shout out Adele for getting you a black man and a black woman. I see you
Yeah, I see what
doing
you're
that. And I saw on Twitter, saw the reaction to everybody. I was watching the Wendy show with my lady this morning, like just seeing how everyone's reacting. I was like, oh my God, greatest proposal of all time.
I mean,
Greatest moment of all time. For folks who may not have seen it, listen.
What?
It goes down in history as probably the greatest proposal of all
There's
time.
levels, but continue on.
Yes. So for folks who didn't see, brings the couple on. She's blindfolded. It's dark in the room. It's a star-studded crowd.
Yeah.
Can't see nothing. Can't hear nothing. It's a spotlight on there. The man gets down on one knee, has a beautiful soliloquy about their relationship and thanking her for sticking by her or whatever. As soon as she takes off the blindfolds, the earmuffs or whatever, she sees the spotlight on her. You can hear her saying like, "Yo, who are these people? What's going on?" or whatever. She immediately the fog of like, "Oh, this is the proposal moment." Is already on top of that. Then you add into the fact you're like on top of an elevated place in Hollywood. There's a crowd full of people. There's a spotlight on you. You can't see everybody, but they can see you. Little do you know, all the people watching you
Are celebrities.
are like the most famous people on earth. And then like after she says yes, here comes.
That sounds like some Black Mirror shit. That sounds scary.
It was a smidgen. Thank you.
Like when the
Explain
spotlight comes
that,
off
please.
of me and I see who's there, I would be like, what kind of experiment
listen,
is
hold
this?
on.
I'm like,
Okay.
yo, who do you
Like
know?
what the? And how did you pull this off?
All right, so
Listen,
like here,
that proposal screams one very important phrase to me, and I hope every man listens to this. I hope every person listens to this. 3 words: know yo woman, because that is a very risky thing he did.
Yeah, and she was blindfolded?
That was a very risky thing he did. Because first off,
I would have been cursing the whole time.
the bar, not just for men everywhere, but the bar for you and that woman is set so
no, it's not.
astronomically high now.
No, it's not.
You listen.
No, because she said
No,
they've
it's
been
not.
together for a long time. So she
Yeah.
probably knows what he had to go through. And
I don't think the
whatever.
bars. I don't think the bar set high.
Of course.
I don't think the bar set high.
All I'm saying is, in addition to the proposal and the beauty of it, now everybody knows this couple. everybody's gonna be like, oh,
See, and
remember
this is
we
why.
said-
Ashley.
And this is why.
That's her name.
This
And
is why I
Quentin.
wouldn't have done
Ashley
that.
and Quentin. That's her name. Ashley and
and
Quentin.
That's why I
My
wouldn't have
fault.
done that.
That's why I said, like,
I wouldn't-
you gotta know your woman.
I knowing no
Why?
no.
Why
See,
you say
I
that,
don't.
though,
I wouldn't have
Kaz?
done it. I wouldn't have done it like that.
Several
Because
reasons
of the
why.
people in the room.
One, you gotta know your woman because one, you better know she's gonna react like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Two, when I was doing my proposal, one thing I kept in my mind with, and I think a lot of people like to do that, is you always want to be able to take your woman back to that place. Years down the line, 10, 15, 20 years, that whole
like, hey,
thing. You want to be
remember
like,
this,
baby, this is where we did the proposal. Bar
Well, they can
set
look at it.
astronomical. You can see it on the gram.
They
You know what I mean? Like,
they can look at it.
that bar's cleared already. You don't need to be able to see that. Well, what makes me, and I don't want to come off like a hater, and I'm not a hater. 'cause I thought it
Proceeds
was
to hate.
beautiful. No, I'm not even gonna hate.
Continue.
I'm not even gonna hate at all. All I'm saying is, that's a lot of pressure to put on a woman, dog.
On a woman?
On a woman, that is
Why?
a lot of pressure to put on
That's
that lady.
more pressure
yo.
on him than the woman.
Of course, absolutely, but like,
But the woman's
he
probably at home.
planned it.
She probably went home and was like, you could have told me to do my hair, to put on a dress.
Mind
I
you,
didn't
she
look
looked
how I
great.
wanted to look. No, she looked great. She looked like
Yeah.
regular date night, cool. But I'm sure if you're going to be in a room full of your favorite actors and athletes and celebrities,
Yeah.
you want to look completely different.
You gotta look
I
amazing.
commend it. I commend him.
But she's
for
probably
that.
really humble. Who
and
knows?
not even just how you want to look. I just want to say like, yo, that's a lot of pressure to put on a woman because like, yo, what if she's going through some shit and like she wasn't ready to jump the broom completely? Like,
No,
See,
that's
I don't
no,
think- I
that's
don't think he
not-
was
no,
questioning that at
you
all.
don't question that because like that, there's a green flag that you probably like saw like, all right, this is the moment, this
Of
is
course,
the time,
of course.
this is where we're gonna go with it. Like
And
the
only
next
reason
step
why-
is marriage.
And again,
Yeah.
the only reason why I say it's a lot of pressure on that woman because that man planned that out.
Right.
Like he was in on it. You know what I'm saying? Like she clearly had no
But
idea
that's why I
unless
said what I
there's some
said
great
because
acting.
that's
I
the first
wouldn't-
thing women would say.
Right.
Women, the first thing. If you did that to Jazz, the first thing she would say, "Why didn't you tell me to get dressed? Like,
Oh,
why
yeah.
didn't you tell me to like?"
She does that.
I look
when
crazy.
She
Like,
does that when we go out to dinner. When I'm like, "Oh, it's great."
I wouldn't have. I would.
I look nuts. You have
I
me in
think
front of
that
Leo.
those are moments. And we don't know if her family, if her parents, or his parents. We don't know who was in the crowd. So, but I would have loved for them to be in the front. So I think that moment, I would like for her parents.
Well, hold on. Let's not push it. He's already proposing at a Adele show, so it's like
I'm about
Adele
to
was
say, you
probably
need
like,
more.
like you need.
Well, nigga, if you
front
can
seat
get
tickets too?
Adele, I'm sure
Yeah,
you can
it's like,
get the
hey,
parents.
Adele, also, can I get front
Bro,
row
that's
tickets?
a moment.
Listen.
no,
She's
She's like, no, I got Melissa Cartney there. I got.
Lowe's the
y'all-
type of dude. All right,
no,
Adele
no,
comes up to Lowe like, "Yo, Lowe, my homie, you and Adele go back. I see y'all got the relation. Y'all cool as hell." Adele goes up to you,
You
like,
think that's
"Yo,
what it is? They're cool.
listen,
I don't know. Okay,
I
we'll
better
get
be
into it.
something. That better be
We'll
some
get
sort.
into that.
She better know that dude from somewhere, older, favorite, something." Adele comes up to you, Lowe, like, "Yo, Lowe, I see you and your woman. I know you've been thinking about plotting to pop the question. I got an idea for you. I'm doing this private show. Nobody knows about it. All the most famous people in the world will be there. I will be singing songs from my, fourth album, for the first time ever on national television, on CBS. And I wrote a beautiful, brand new song about love and marriage. And right after you pop that question, I'm dedicating it right to you two, with Lizzo sitting on one side, Melissa McCarthy sitting on one side. Do we have a deal? Can I get 2 more tickets?"
So you asked me. She came to me.
So you would really press?
She came to me.
You would really press
You
it down
would-
for
I
more
didn't go
tickets?
for all that?
You,
No, they can have a
She
an
came to
engagement
me.
party
She
with the
said,
friends.
"Lo, I know you and your woman about
But
to do
we
X,
don't know if that's
And I'm
the
like,
case.
I might have had some
Also.
shit already planned.
So you
wild
gonna turn
bird.
down Adele?
I'm sorry, y'all niggas are fandoms and all. Like, oh no, I ain't gonna.
Bro.
Yes, yo, this is the moment that
I'm about
you
to find this couple.
This is the
Whatever-
moment-
whatever you have planned-
No, fuck that.
Whatever you
Fuck
have
that. Fuck that.
planned.
I don't care to be a part of somebody's album rollout. This is.
So you would have said, "Nah, you good."
I would have said, yo, I want my parents and I want her parents there.
Wow.
I'm like, if we can do that, yeah. I'm
Mom
not
and
saying
Dad
oh,
can
they
watch
gotta-
on CBS.
I'm like, they gotta sit in front row. No, I don't want them. I don't want her parents seeing that shit on TV. Like, oh my god, like my daughter just got married in front of all these strangers. This, that, and the third. I want them to see it. I want them to be a part of that moment.
Oh, you better know your woman.
Yes, and I'm
better
sure
know
my
your
woman,
woman.
I'm sure my woman would love her family to be there.
You go up to your girl and be like, yo, listen, I had this idea.
I'm sure
Adele had this whole,
everybody-
Adele had this whole plan.
You think your girl? You think that's the first thing she's gonna think about?
Her family over Adele? I think so.
We're gonna do an engagement party.
Yeah.
That's it.
What?
Y'all can watch.
Y'all can
watch
see-
it on TV.
we can celebrate
I'm
the
sure they're all
engagement. I think
tuned
it's
in,
wrong.
I'm glad
celebrating
y'all.
with us.
Listen, I'm not
Let's do an
starstruck.
engagement party
Like
after
my woman is my star.
No, it's not that. It's just
No, that is
Oh,
that.
boo.
My
woman is
Lowkey
my
Ivy, boo.
Love to do some-
missing the
y'all
point.
know- I'm not missing the point.
Lowkey Ivy, boo.
Boo.
Boo, Lowkey, boo, Lowkey.
Boo. Woman's my star. Boo.
I'm sorry y'all would sacrifice y'all engagement for some Adele
Sacrifice?
tickets.
Nah,
y'all-
bro.
It's not Adele tickets.
That's-
It's
yes, it
was
is.
beautiful.
It's more than Adele
It's
tickets, bro.
beautiful to her. She approached you. She said, "Yo,
How do you know this? Is this a fact?
I'm going off the thing that he just said.
I'm just putting that.
Yeah,
that
I don't know. I don't know how
We
that
need to know how this happened, by the way.
yeah,
It's
I thought
honestly-
they were
it's
just
not-
a
it's not-
random
it-
couple.
I
Yeah.
think-
it's not. I don't think it's any of
I
our
think
business.
he probably set that up.
I don't know.
With her.
Maybe
camp.
he works with her.
That's what
Yeah.
the clout. The clout is strong.
Maybe he
yo.
works with her.
I
Your
don't know
clout
because she
game-
was very shocked to see Adele. So
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure
that's
she's.
her-
I'm all right. So maybe he
First
does
off-
something where she's not around, but she
Right,
knows that
right,
he
got
works.
it, got it.
And I'm sure she wasn't expecting to see her in a black dress singing. During.
them.
So now she's.
Or
dealing
she
with
came
that.
out Grammys fresh, like stepped out the gown, out the spotlight and shit.
But like you
Holy
coming,
shit.
if Adele's coming to me and says, "Yo, Lo, I know you and your woman about to take that next step. What do you think?" And I'm like, "Yeah, can our parents be there?" I'm not asking for
But
y'all
Adele
niggas.
be like, nah, son.
I'm not asking for y'all niggas to
Mama,
be
my
there.
aunt can't come. Nah, son.
I ain't asking
No.
for none of y'all niggas to be there. Like, can I have my
no,
parents
the
there? Can
funny
she be
part
there?
about that was when she was like, he proposed, he drops down on one knee, he's like saying his whole spiel or whatever. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you told me not to eat. I would have thrown up." I was like,
And I don't even
facts.
and honestly,
And she still didn't know who was in the crowd.
Honestly,
She just
I don't
being
even
herself.
think. I don't even think he got off all the shit he really wanted to say.
All right, guys.
I think he was skating through that.
So let's ask the real question that everybody's too afraid to ask.
What?
Do you think it was real? Do you think
How
it
we
was
gonna have this
staged?
conversation and then ask
Right.
that?
Do you
You
think it was
serious?
staged?
People think it's staged?
I think that I don't
Why
think
you put your conspiracy hat
Let's
on?
find them.
You literally just made this whole
gonna find them on
argument
Instagram.
for this whole thing, and now you're saying is it fake?
I mean, the more I try to put the scenario
think it's
together,
Quentin?
I'm sitting here talking to you. I'm like, damn. So like, does he know Adele? Did Adele approach him? Like, what's that? How did we? They were mic'd up
I'm saying
clearly. Like,
if
you heard them.
If I'm saying like if you're approaching me, it could be, but it
I
could
could,
be.
I
It
could
could be.
smell wealth.
I don't see. This is what I'm not gonna do.
What?
I'm not gonna take away from their special
I'm
moment
joking,
by
by the
casting.
way.
No, because you're not. Because a lot of people have. You're not.
You're not.
A lot of people probably have this theory.
I got
too,
the
but
little
they-
misty eye watching it.
But I don't never want to take away from anybody's special moment. I'm saying for me per se, like, nah, I need certain people for her and for me to be involved in this moment.
Right.
Now, like I said, his parents and her parents might have been in the crowd, not in the front row, but might have been in the crowd, so they might have enjoyed it after the fact, after she sung just down the third. I
That's kinda wild.
think he knew her. I think he might have known her.
Probably called in a favor or something.
He called in a favor to somebody. We don't know the
I told Wale I'm
six
gonna need,
degrees, we don't know the 6 degrees of separation.
I told Wale I need Usher for the wedding. I'm like, yo, you gotta,
Yeah,
I gotta
now
cash
she's like,
in a
now
favor.
that's wild.
That's not wild.
Yes, it is. That's wild. as
Cash in
fuck.
a favor.
This nigga said.
Cash in a
Yo,
favor,
he,
yo.
he didn't ask Wale. He said, Wale, I need
y'all
Usher.
both. I need
I
them
need
both.
Usher.
I need the matrimony
And
live,
nigga,
Wale, you
bro.
can come, but
Like,
Yeah,
Wale,
like,
you
it's like
definitely
Wale, you
coming.
can come, but like I need your
But
man.
I need your man to
That's
sing.
cool.
You gotta put
That's
me on.
wild.
That's not wild at all. That's not
You
wild
say
at all.
you telling me it's wild if I need my parents there, but they'll
Yeah.
ask me to be a part of her shit.
If I'm already,
But you gonna tell Wale like, nah, I don't need you. I need your man that was on your
'cause
single.
I know Wale's
That's wild.
coming.
Crazy. That's
Wale's
crazy, bro.
probably gonna be one of my groomsmen.
That's crazy.
But I'm just like, listen,
he's already offended.
I need a
I
favor.
think I'm offended
I
for
need a
him.
favor
Right, I'm
cashed
offended.
in, buddy.
I'm a favor. Yo, I'm
offended
offended
for
for
Wale.
him.
On the
That's-
flip side, though,
that's
maybe
fucked
it's
up.
like, why even try anymore? Why even try to make a dope proposal? Like that, nothing.
Why not?
That is.
That
I
is
mean,
what?
we've seen people get proposed to at like football games and like
What trash?
to all these like big spectacular, extravagant ways. Like, how do you top that? What do you do? If you're one of those people whose woman is extra and loves that, there's that millions of women watched that last night, and we're just like, oh my god, if that ever happened to me.
And listen, all the women that watched
My
that shit
God.
last night, I'm gonna give you a PSA. It's never gonna happen to you like that.
Wow.
Just understand that it's never gonna happen like that because whatever deal they had, y'all probably not gonna have it like that. So just wait for the family engagement, wait for the memories, wait for like the astronomical shit that your man knows you would love. That's the thing that's gonna blow you away. That shit that we saw last night, a one of one. That's an exception to the rule.
Dream up a scenario where that is better. Matter of fact, no. Rosie,
What's
you
up?
dream up a
Not
scenario.
this one. She
Like,
don't even want to
yo,
get
the man of your dreams
You gonna ask the man of the group?
told you, yo,
Wow.
the man.
Y'all just take turns.
that was me last week. I'm good this week.
That's what I'm saying. Him last week, you this week. Nah, next week is gonna be
Was that
Kaz
a pause?
again.
Was that a pause?
Because that's what y'all okay, whatever.
Your mind at the gutter,
You know
all
what I
right?
mean.
So, Rosie, the man of your dreams comes up to you like, yo, listen, I need you to put on this headphones, block your eyes out real quick. I'm going to walk you to this place. He dreams up an Adele-like scenario. What does it look like in your eyes? After he says the soliloquies, asks, will you marry me, blah, 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 blah.
And
where
it's the
are
same
you?
scenario?
It's the same scenario, but what does it look like Rosie-fied? Like, what would it make you react kind of like that? What was her name? Ashley? That made Ashley react the way she did yesterday.
Well, you can't see anything when the spotlight's on you.
Right.
Sort of blind.
But just draw it out.
No, I'm saying.
Who's in the crowd? Where does he walk you to? The bodega? Was 175th?
Wow.
What was the spot that you said the boats uptown?
Marina?
La Marina?
That nigga's mad stereotypical.
I don't even like-
That's
No?
crazy, bro.
It wasn't.
That's
New
wild.
York
That's
men.
mad
I'm
stereotypical.
trying to jog the memory, trying to give me a situation.
Nigga said
What
nothing
like-
but Spanish spots.
Oh.
Bro, like.
So what was that wrong?
This nigga's coming in hot today. I don't know what's going on with
What?
him.
I
Nigga
don't,
Give
wants
me
me
a
to get
scenario
fat.
where that
but the
works.
thing is, I don't know what he would do.
Okay.
The man of my dreams. I don't know what.
All right, Burner
what
Boy
he-
says, yo, put on put your blindfold on, earpieces on.
We're definitely somewhere in Africa. None of my
Okay.
friends are there.
You're
So
in
to Lowe's
Africa.
point, he brought none of my friends.
He brings you to Africa, right?
Yes.
Brings you out to a stage. It's dark as hell. Right? He says, man, Rosie.
Man, Rose.
Wait, are you drawing up the scenario for him?
Hold on, you gotta put the accent on.
I'm not giving you no Yoruba today, boy. No Yoruba for y'all motherfuckers. So the lights come on. Who's in the crowd? Who's in the crowd that you see first? That you're like, holy shit.
In the crowd that I see
Yes.
first.
Matter of fact, no. Who comes out of the spotlight?
Who
About to
comes
sing
out
you
of
a
the
song.
Well, you already put Burna Boy as my
Yeah, like who else would you want to see?
as the man of my dreams. Like
What,
I
Phil Knight, because he created the Jordan? That nigga coming out reading a memo of like, this is what the first sneaker looked like.
As soon as she says
and
down
we
the
dedicated it to Rose.
Sneakers
Like,
out here.
what did you want him to like?
I'm gonna do this just for like. It'd probably be like Marshawn Lynch coming out the top.
So a nigga that you attracted to
Yeah, 'cause
at your wedding proposal.
Yeah,
walks
because I
out
got
like-
one. I got one and I didn't get the
twisted
other.
Marshawn walks out like,
You gotta
hey,
get one more
straight up,
toxic
though.
shit in.
That's, now see, like
He says,
that.
hey, straight up, though.
That's
Straight
that
up, though.
twisted shit.
Y'all love.
Nigga got the nigga
That
she
shit
in love
real
with.
tight. That real
She
tight
got the
right
nigga
there.
she in love with on stage, but the nigga she settled for and standing next to her. Talk about toxic.
That's usually what we do. You gotta get
Who's-
one
oh,
last
shit.
toxic shit out. Like, all
my
right, well, this is it.
This is it.
Yes, thank you, Marshawn.
Nah, you know her fucking. You know what her proposal is.
Yeah, draw it out for me. Go ahead.
Draw it out,
Nigga
draw it
put
out.
a nigga put a fucking nigga put a blindfold on her.
Okay, blindfolds on.
Blindfold on.
And I'm talking mad shit the whole time because I think
Talking
I'm
mad
getting
shit the
kidnapped.
whole time.
I don't like
Talking
it. I
mad
don't
shit
trust
the whole
it.
time. And then she got the earphones on, right? So she can't hear anything. She can't hear what city she's in, whatever the case is. She opens the door up.
Jadakiss walks out.
Hold on.
Jadakiss as hard as it gets.
It's they walk into the spot that they she's about to get proposed to.
Okay.
And it's Burna Boy, right?
Okay.
Burna
Why is
Boy.
it always Burna Boy?
Because that's the
Dream
nigga
Man.
you fanned. Yeah, you fanned him. So it's Burna Boy, and the place is completely dark,
Yes.
right?
I like it. Tell me more.
And so he turns her to face like he's facing the wall,
Yeah, if he pushes me, I'm gonna be so mad.
Why would he push you?
Because you're evil, and that's probably where your story for me would go.
So she takes off the headphones, still just uber quiet.
Still quiet. Okay.
Still quiet. And all of a sudden, Nas walks out.
One mic.
And then, hold on. And then, you know how Adele came out with the lights?
Yes.
They turn the lights on. These niggas in Flight Club. And will you marry me and spelled out in sneakers?
Joel Puma walks out and is like, welcome to the latest episode of Sneaker Shopping. We're doing the first ever proposal sneaker shopping with Rosy and Burna Boy.
So it's Nas, Joel Puma, and Burna Boy at Flight Club in Soho.
First of all, I would have done Stadium Good. Shout out Fresco.
Shout out Stadium Goods, Flight Club, whatever the case is. One of them sneaker spots, and will you marry me spelled out on the wall in sneakers. That's her ideal proposal for Rose.
Oh man, that's funny. But shout out Adele. Shout out Ravy B, who shot the photos last night. Go get 30. I mean, why I gotta tell you, you're gonna get it anyway. Sit down.
Oh
y'all ain't gonna be able to
That
escape
is the
it.
proposal for Rose.
That is so dumb and realistic.
This episode of Say Less with Kaz, Lowkey and Rosy is brought to you by McDonald's, proudly serving communities since 1965. Low, Rosy, Jake, everybody here knows how much we bangs with McDonald's, okay? When I was a kid, I used to have my birthday parties there, get my little happy hats, get my happy meals, all that type of stuff. It's always been like an unofficial like community center back in the day, right? Like I know you told me about, going back to school with the fresh fries.
Listen, man.
After a doctor's appointment.
Not the fresh fries. The Egg McMuffin. The hash brown.
Hash browns.
Tall OJ.
Yes.
And dancing in front of my teacher. You can't afford this, Miss Simmons. Let me finish my breakfast.
Yes.
I had a specific memory.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Rosie, you got any specific McDonald's memories back in the day as a kid?
Just leaving for lunch in high school to go to McDonald's was a flex.
So you had the cool high school where they
cool
let you go get lunch in the middle of the day.
Like, if you got a car, go ahead, get it. Cool, got it.
Exactly.
Come back with the fries, McChicken.
There you go.
That's right.
It's good breakup food, too.
Wow. Anyway, this has been McDonald's. Oh, I'm loving it. All right, let's talk about some good Carolina and some bad Carolina. Rosie,
Oh my God.
the resident Carolinian in here. Shout out to
Carolinian.
Carolinian. My bad. Whatever. Y'all had a pretty solid weekend.
It was like
You had a solid weekend.
Carolina was doing so well. So, when did they announce Cam? Friday?
So Cam resigns.
Thursday.
Cam resigns, I think Thursday or Friday, right?
Right.
Thursday. It
Fri-
wasn't
I think
close
they
to-
announced it Thursday. He signed.
He signed Friday.
Okay.
Announced it Thursday. Friday, Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, it was Friday. My fault.
Beat the New York Knicks. Big come from behind win. Shout out to the Hornets. Fun team. Root for them. LaMelo Ball. And then Sunday, Cam back in Carolina blue. You know what I'm saying? It felt right. It felt like anybody, even if you aren't even a fan of the Panthers or whatever, like every NFL fan was just happy to see Cam
I'm
back.
also a black
wearing that.
quarterback fan.
And that too. I'm glad to see black quarterbacks always succeed in any
A
situation.
lot of black quarterbacks taking over the NFL this year.
Of course, good. It's just, as it should.
As
As it should.
All right.
But Cam, if you got red zone was like the perfect
Sunday.
scenario for it. Because they go to the game when it's in scoring position. So the game had just started. I think they got an interception or whatever. And you see PJ White, I guess their incumbent quarterback right now for the Carolina Panthers, on there. And I'm like, damn, you think Cam's actually going to play? Like, he just
I didn't
signed.
think he would. I was like, does he even know?
But he don't know plays, whatever. And then like as I'm thinking that the commentators like they put in a special package for Cam Newton. This might be a great time. As soon as he walks in, you hit the arena go. They're in Arizona.
Yeah.
What do you mean they put in a special?
Like a special like goal line package for Carolina. He's big dude
okay.
and run whatever. So first play, soon as he gets to touch the ball, quarterback draw, touchdown, takes off the helmet, gets the flag, whatever, screams at the camera, I'm back! I'm back!
Welcome back. Welcome back.
You can't draw up a better moment than that. And not even 2 plays later, I think he got another interception. Throws for a touchdown as well. The game was over right there. It was some Willis Reed shit. Like, Didn't have to do much. They had to get as soon as those 2 touchdowns. I'm like, Arizona's not coming back. The game was over right then and there. Right. That's the good Carolina.
No, there was more because the Hornets won that night too.
Hornets did win. They also beat the Golden State Warriors
That
as well.
night, yeah.
Another big win.
It was like such a high. It was such a high for Carolina.
It was such a high. And then tell me about the low.
Well,
I haven't been.
They won regular season games.
No, but it was like they typically don't win, and for them
And the
to
Warriors
win,
are the best team in the league right now.
for them to get for
9-2 now.
them to get Cam back and win, and then Hornets won like 2 in a row. It was just like a little high.
Carolina was doing real good. And I wasn't on the socials.
I don't even think y'all should associate the
I mean, as much he was at the game.
He was there.
He was at the game.
Yeah.
Like as much as he reps Carolina, it's like
So who are you referring to?
Y'all should have been on this nigga was on a dumbass.
the dumbass child.
The child.
The baby.
The baby.
The big baby.
The baby been on a dumbass
So
streak
put me
for a
on
minute.
game because I haven't
bro.
been paying attention as
Listen, first of all, I don't even want to disrespect. I don't even want to talk. He's just so disrespectful and corny for the shit that he's been doing the past, 2 days, a day?
I saw the
No,
screen
it's
grabs,
been a
but
day.
I haven't seen like
It's
the
It's been
actual.
a day, but it's like,
I mean, I saw
it's
this
one
morning.
thing for you to fight with your chick or your side chick or whatever in private. Even when you tweet about it, it's still like, all right, we don't need to know your business.
Right.
When you start posting stories, we don't know your business. For you to go live and disrespect her while she's feeding your child that she hasn't even shown to the world yet. And listen, I don't have kids, but I do know postpartum is real.
Yes, very.
And
real.
I do know that she was feeding her child who she has not shown the world to or
Right.
whatever. And you could just see like the distress on her face. You could just see it like, and you could tell they were arguing. I was like, this motherfucker's childish.
I mean, there's a small
It
part
was
of
so
me.
disgusting.
There's a small part of me that understands why he went live.
Why?
Just because. Of,
No, there's no
Why? No,
understanding. There's no excuse.
Damn. All right.
No,
Can't
go
get
ahead,
it
because
out.
he already said that he had people recording in the house. He called the
Right.
cops. He was recording.
Of course.
Why go live?
Because I'm talking about all the other dumb shit he's already done in the past, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, he did say
He's
that
already
too.
done a lot of dumb shit.
He was like, I'm already being like.
So he's already vilified. He's already, like, people already don't like him, right? If she says anything about, like, yo, he put hands on me, he did this, he did that, whatever, like, not to say, like, anything's going to save him because she's already dragging him through the mud. But I guess legally, for like legal purposes and like everything he's already kind of been going through, whatever, I would see why he would go live. I mean, gladly, you know, you would never want to have that sort of fucking drama where you feel like you got to do that. But I understand why he did it. I thought I think it's corny.
It was
I
dumb.
definitely think it's dumb. I think it's corny.
He's a clown for
You would
that.
love to not be in
Just
a
record
situation
it.
where you have to do that because of all the
Why
other
is
dumb
that
shit.
where your mind goes?
That's not understandable because, and I'm trying to understand your perspective, but at
I'm
the
saying
same,
if I'm him and I already done all
yeah,
this
no,
dumb
but at
I
the
see
same,
what you're
no,
saying, but you could
but
just
at the same,
record.
yeah,
You don't
at the
have
same
to-
time, I don't need a live audience
with their extra
sitting front row,
Yeah.
laughing at you disrespecting the child of your, the
Mother
mother
of
of your child,
Yeah.
and being like this calling her crazy.
No, I haven't seen the
No,
videos,
I
yo.
watched 15 minutes of this shit because I knew we
This
had to talk
man was
about it.
like,
I had to talk about it this morning.
He straight up said he went live again this morning, and he was like, "You was never my girl. Let's be clear. You was a solidified side
you
bitch."
doing like
he
you
said
doing,
it just like that.
You doing all like
Wow.
and she did the whole I'm a what? Oh,
You doing
I was
all, like-
see, you chose to be nice because I would have slapped him right on
you
live.
doing all that. You doing all that in front of people. You doing all that in front of strangers. You doing all that in front of the world. We knew, well, what we saw is what y'all were dealing with each other for 3 years. So I don't even want to hear like, oh, well, that's my side piece, and you took it to your mother's crib, and even though like that really doesn't mean too much,
It
but
doesn't mean shit.
you've done all these things that a side piece doesn't get involved in.
I don't mean shit. Family like everybody.
No, that's not true. No, that's
worried
not.
about
Because
you.
I heard someone else say that shit too.
The
Like,
Carolina jumped out of you just now.
nah, yeah, like,
y'all just let your parents meet any old body.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not
Like, nah, we don't.
Not my parents.
My parents ain't meeting everybody. My parents meeting the one that I think is the one. But going back to the fact that like you thought it was cool to say all this in front of people. So like to your point, like yeah, he could have recorded all this shit and like, oh yo, you see how she wilding or she won't leave or this, that, and the third. Cool. At least now you got evidence. Hand that shit over to the police, and that's that. But you doing all that shit in front of everybody, and you went live like 3 or 4 times.
That's what I'm saying.
Stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
Corny.
like, and you thought that shit was cool. Like, you thought that shit was cool to call her crazy. You thought that shit was cool to call her a bitch. You thought that shit was cool to call her a side piece. You thought that shit was cool to do all that shit in front of the
If
world.
only there was some signs that this man might not be of
I mean,
great moral standing.
No.
Like, we all know this person's like a piece of shit.
No,
a little
but,
bit,
we,
right?
no,
Like,
but we've spoken on each incident that he's been in where it's like, yo, you bugging, you're wilding, and this is with a continuous streak
Yes.
of
My
him
thing is
being
this.
irresponsible.
My thing is this.
And I think this takes the cake.
If that's who he is, first of all, she's dumb too. I'm not taking no sides. I'm just saying he's a super clown because she just had
I think
a
she
kid.
owned her dumbness too. She was definitely like, I should have.
She definitely owned her dumbness.
Yeah, but
or she owned her mistakes.
That's also shit that girls just say right after.
Right.
She might take him back in 3 months. We don't know. but
months.
even a couple weeks.
Might be back together
right now. She never left the house.
I don't think it's funny because it's
But
like, yo, the
it's
kid
not
now
funny.
the
It's
kid is
not
getting
funny
that
at all.
energy. That
And
kid
I'm
is saying
saying
like
that's what pissed me off the most. I'm like, if this was before the kid and y'all was just arguing, I would still call you a clown.
Of course.
It's disrespectful.
Of course.
But she's feeding your child. And you're going live and you're taking the pillow down when she's trying to cover the child because she hasn't shown the child to the public.
Right.
You know, so it's like,
And then he showed the child.
and
in
then
one
he
of
did
his
it on
last
purpose.
videos.
Like, if that don't call for him to
I mean,
get slapped the fuck
listen,
up.
I can't. It's not our business.
I mean, he
we don't
kind
know
of
what's
made it
going on.
everyone's business.
Well,
like,
it is now.
It kind of is now. Like I'm
mean,
sitting
it's
there,
not.
I'm sitting there thinking the same thing. I'm like, I'm about to be a dad. Like I wouldn't want to ever be in that situation where like, you know, a dispute is like in this. First off, like we don't have mixed company. I understand. Like if you're in a relationship, like there's gonna be times where things are testy or whatever. Like still, it should never get to that point. It will never get to that point. But what I'm saying is, a dude like him, he's already kind of showed his hand what kind of a person he is, bro. Like he's already kind of he's never admitted to being like nobody's ever confused him for being like an upstanding, like young moral, like sort of dude. Like he kind of came out the gate like as this I don't give a fuck
Not
type
an
of dude,
example.
and he's never give you a reason to believe he's anything but that. So people being so shocked and being like,
No,
oh my
but
god.
it makes
it's
me.
not
No,
being
you know
shocked.
what it
It's
is?
just like it's just.
And I understand it's, you know, people like us, people that do podcasts, people that in the media are going to see that. And the reason why they do that, because they know this is going to give people a lot of stuff to talk about. But at the end of the day, it's just like, bruh.
But that makes me sad as a woman because, first of all, this is why God gave him nothing but 3 daughters. And for as long as he keeps having kids, he's gonna keep having daughters, and he's gonna reap what he sows with those daughters when they get older and they start dealing with men. But it makes me sad because so many women stay in relationships like that.
They
Like I know so many women that do that, get pregnant, and keep the child thinking that it's gonna form a bond. And I think it's stupid if you want, but I'm saying this is how women think.
No,
like,
I see.
like you
I
think,
know
like,
people who've done it.
like, yeah, you're gonna have this kid. We're gonna spend so much time together. Eventually, we're just gonna be good. We're gonna form this bond. And now you're stuck with the same person that you knew had this. Like, people don't change overnight.
You ever see that meme with like the infomercial guy when like the pool's leaking and he slaps something on it? And it was like the pool said toxic relationship and the water's leaking out.
Oh.
Slaps some tape on it and says
It's
baby.
some tape, yeah,
Thinking-
in the water.
Thinking the baby's
You know
gonna
it's
fix
gonna
everything. Like,
no, it's
nah,
gonna come. It's
bro.
gonna slip right off.
No, like,
But it's like women stay in these things and have these kids, and I'm like, and that's so sad because, like you said, that kid, like he feels that.
It
Like,
is sad.
It's a baby. It's a baby girl.
Yeah, girl.
She's feeding her, like, and she's sitting there arguing back with him. I'm like, bro, this could have gotten ugly.
It's very sad. It's very sad.
It's
On top of
sad.
it, it's like, man, I don't know their relationship. I don't know how
we
they
don't
met.
gotta know shit, but it's just like it's
No. Let me finish. I don't know their relationship. I don't know anything about them. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is there's never been a reason out there to let you believe that this person was gonna
It's
like,
a good, like, yeah.
like he's already got. And I hate talking about this about other dudes, but like he's already got other baby moms. Like he's already kind of put out there
Yeah.
that he's like kind of like an asshole or whatever. Like there's nothing out there that will let you believe that like, oh, he's gonna change for me.
What
like,
Kaz is saying is,
are you there because
some
he's the
people are
baby?
just fun to fuck with. Okay, AKA have your fun. Fuck, they're not people to have kids with.
Even when
take
they went
serious
public.
or like, they went public for like 2 months and then he dropped it.
Yeah, when they went public, everyone was kind of like,
they've been public since 2019, bro.
No, they
Yes,
wasn't
they
posting
have.
together like that.
She
You know about it 'cause you're in
she
the industry.
documented all of that shit.
No,
These niggas been
she
around,
documented
bro.
it.
They've been around each other since like
But
19.
they weren't like posting each other. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, they were. I watched all her. I watched a lot of this shit just so I can have a perspective of like what this.
But
like,
see,
what this
those
is.
things that she posted today, she had never posted.
Right.
She was posting it as proof because he called her a side chick.
Right.
That's how she started. She's like, is this what you do with a side chick? And dated everything.
This is what I'm saying. So this is what, like, you can't sit there and say like, oh, they only been together for 2 months. Clearly, like, they've been around each other for a long time.
No, I didn't say that. So they were only public for because
Yeah,
when
we're
she
saying when
posted
they
the
were
picture.
But what I'm saying is they've been around each other.
yeah.
So there must
We
been
know
some
they've been
kind-
around
Yeah.
each other. What I've been trying to say is when they went public, everybody there
yeah,
was a whole
it
bunch
was
of
so
blowback
crazy.
because everyone was just like, "Yo, what are you doing with this type of dude?" You know what I'm saying? Like, are you with him because like? And again, I hate talking about like other people's relationship like that, but like, are you just with this dude because he's the highest, most streamed artist in the world right now? And like, that's a good look for you in your career, and like,
And I
all
hate that
type of
because
stuff,
he
like,
tried to create that narrative too. He was like, oh, you're trying to trap a rich black man. Like, what?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
like,
none of
Well,
that.
it's just for the birds.
Whatever.
What we on next?
It's
Anyways,
corny,
he's a
bro.
clown. You're a clown. And you're giving Charlotte men a very bad
At least you
name.
got Cam and Steph Curry and the Hornets,
Right.
all looking good. All looking
Steph
good.
Curry got to do with Charlotte.
He's from
He's
North
from
Carolina.
Charlotte. He's from North Carolina, bro.
Oh, sorry, he went to Davidson.
Yeah. Well, he's born and raised there. But anyway, speaking of which, we won't be able to, there'll probably be a whole nother narrative about it by tomorrow morning. But Odell Beckham Jr. makes his big LA Rams debut tonight, a.k.a. last night, if you're listening to this tomorrow morning.
Oh, word.
Odell, man, he's never been afraid of the spotlight. And now he's getting all the spotlight he can possibly have, right? Like, Odell Beckham Jr., star wide receiver, obviously, with your New York Football Giants, wasn't necessarily the best ending or really best, time in Cleveland. But now he's getting a fresh start. He's on the winning team. Robert Woods gets hurt, you know what I mean? They're in practice on Friday. So it went from, okay, I don't know if Odell's the best fit over here because they already got so many weapons to, now they need Odell to come over there and be, a real-time player. And on top of that, the SoFi Stadium, LA Rams of it all, Super Bowl's there. Like, there's a lot of things that can go right for Odell. There's also a lot of things that can go very wrong for Odell.
Like what?
Probably the same thing that happened in Cleveland just now, right? Like
Already?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a possibility, man. Like, the reason why, obviously, when he goes over to Cleveland, everybody thinks, it's going to be lights out football. Baker Mayfield just coming off Rookie of the Year.
Right.
You got Jarvis Landry, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb. You got this loaded offense. Hasn't really worked out the way it was. On top of that, Baker's missing throws, and you don't get your star receiver the ball, everyone's going to be like, we got to free that dude. Get him out of here. And that's exactly what happened. A guy that has that big of a megawatt of spotlight on him.
But he
every
also got
single
hurt
game.
as well.
He also got hurt. A lot of people
So that
put the blame on Baker Mayfield.
But doesn't that disrupt the flow?
Of course.
So it's
We've seen plenty of times when Baker Mayfield looked very good without Odell Beckham Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of a give and take with a star wide receiver. Like, if you're a star wideout and you're a quarterback that is okay,
Right.
not great, you know what I'm saying?
Decent.
When you're not getting that dude the ball, it's going to reflect badly on you. That's what happened with Baker Mayfield. Now you got Matt Stafford, who has been balling this year for the LA Rams. Got Cooper Kupp looking like an MVP candidate. And now you got Odell Beckham Jr. on your team. You have to make him work. Or else if he goes from the same situation in Cleveland where he's not getting ball to the same situation in Los Angeles.
So
Well,
what
they're
are,
not-
what are,
they're-
what are
they-
your cast
no,
predictions
so
for the night?
They're not.
For
They're
tonight?
not putting him. One, they're not putting him as a wide receiver tonight. They're putting him as a punt returner.
Really?
Yeah, I mean that's the link that I sent y'all.
Okay. Well, Robert Woods got hurt, so they might need him more than they expected.
From the stories that I read, that they're utilizing him as a punt returner.
Okay.
And not as a wide receiver weapon just yet. So maybe they're trying to ease him into the system and
Probably
not
easing
put
him
him and not put too much
That's a lot-
responsibility.
that's a lot
He
to
does
give
another
somebody.
play.
Especially
yeah.
on a Monday
You
night.
don't know-
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you don't want to put too much strain on him. He's still trying to get acclimated to the system. So that's how they're utilizing him tonight. Now I don't know what's going to happen next Sunday or so on and so forth, but that's the weapon they're going to choose to use him as tonight.
I think they're gonna. You asked for my predictions of what you think is gonna happen
What's your cast predictions for the night, for the game?
for tonight. I think they're gonna get him involved early. I think they're gonna get him a lot of screenplays.
They're gonna do what they did to him.
They're gonna
Just
do
throw
like
him in.
they'll have a package. They'll have an Odell package ready. Like,
I don't think they're going to put him. I don't think they're going to put him in
I
that
think
slot
they're gonna
yet.
use him.
I don't think they're going to put him in that slot yet.
I think they'll use.
Just from what I read, I just reading that insight and reading that that breakdown. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think obviously they'll put him in certain situations. They'll probably put him in special teams. If they put him in, I'm sure there's a goal line package for him. Like, yo, just go get open. You know what I mean? Like fade routes, shit like that. Like if there's a Hail Mary, like get out there, you get your hands, whatever. But I don't think there's I think they're gonna use him a lot. I think they're gonna target him a lot. But I hope, he's going against the San Francisco 49ers, which, they've been up and down as well. But the defense is starting to come around a little bit. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're the LA Rams, you have Odell Beckham who has all this spotlight on him, right? And you're not even the most you're probably not even the second or third most impressive, important offensive player on that team. You got Cooper Kupp, who's putting up Jerry Rice numbers. You got, I want to say, Jason Henderson, the running back or whatever, also balling out. And you got Stafford who can get the ball to anybody. So I think it might be the same thing in Cleveland where they kind of use him as a decoy. It's like everybody he stands out.
But this is why I said the whole punt returner thing. Like you said, you just named 3 offensive weapons that have been doing them just do the entire season.
Right.
So it's like if we don't utilize him and something happens on a bullshit play, we already blew all our cards.
Yeah. What means something happened, like an injury?
Like just like a freak accident or get a wide out, something happens. His ankle, he falls wrong or whatever, he gets hit, boom. Right. Now we're fucked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, put him as a punt returner doesn't make it any different. Mm-hmm. But that's not going to utilize him as much as you would on a wide out, a goal line stance, whatever the case is. Yeah. So I think they utilize him in the best position in the least quantity-wise.
Right. And the best thing about this situation, another one of my predictions that you're saying, is like he's put himself in a position where he can't complain no more. It's like,
right, no. Right.
You can't, your daddy can't put up no videos. You can't say, like, dude's not getting me the ball. You can't drop no passes, by the way. Like, God forbid you drop a pass. They go, oh, we'll see. We try to get him the ball. It's like, what? He put himself in a corner where he can't.
He talked himself up to the point where
you gotta produce.
Because even, I mean, like, you're gonna have bad games. I mean, everybody is. Yeah, it would be beneficial.
I don't think he could afford a bad game.
I was just about to say that.
I don't think he can afford a bad game.
How many weeks left?
It's like what?
It's like at least 7 weeks. Yeah, 7 weeks.
Oh,
you got a good chunk of the season left, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like
they're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, you're going to the playoffs already.
Yeah.
But it would be beneficial if you came out balling. It would be beneficial if you catch every target.
So it'd be in his best interest to Cam Newton it.
Yes.
Well, we knew Cam. So now Cam was.
I don't know if we knew Cam. I didn't know Cam was getting 2 seconds.
I knew Cam was going to show up.
I know he was going
to. I knew.
I mean,
as early as it happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's hard to draw that up.
That how it drew up.
Yeah.
That's like, oh, I can't see that happen.
he better come in with some Cam Newton energy.
I would like to see Odell return a punt and just get busy. Then that would be like, okay, like these Cam and Odell. They got the stars right for them now. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. Yeah, but Odell, I think, even Aaron Rodgers tried to get him. And Aaron Rodgers was like, yo, it just wasn't the right fit, but he pursued him.
Yeah.
But it obviously didn't work.
Apparently, Coach Sean McVay, didn't just pursue him, but he basically,
he knew that was coming.
He basically drew up a bunch of things like, yeah, we want you, and this is how we're going to use you as well. Whereas the Packers was like, hey, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, come over.
That was it. You know what I mean?
Come over get some drinks. Come over for some drinks.
Come on.
Yeah, you leave when you want.
Yeah, nah, it's not.
Doors open, buddy.
Doors open, buddy.
They didn't really make it that enticing for him.
And it's Green Bay, and it's like, do I really want to be over there in that weather and that like?
And he already lives in LA too. He got a crib out there.
Go over there and have some fun.
And I think, honestly,
you got LeBron over there.
I think Odell.
He's gonna look good on the sidelines. You're watching the Lakers.
I think Odell being on the LA Rams is good for the NFL too, man. They got this brand new stadium. That SoFi Stadium looks amazing. Yeah. They got Monday Night Football. They're a favorite in the NFC. Yeah. They got stars there already.
I was gonna say LA gets real lucky with all the stars they get on their teams. Like,
it ain't luck.
It ain't luck.
They know what LA brings.
It wasn't luck.
They know you can take.
We gonna let y'all get everybody you want, and the fucking Super Bowl is here. Yeah. So we're giving you all the equipment you need.
Same thing with the Lakers
to show up.
Yo, the Lakers got a star-studded squad. It's like, listen, I'll take less money to go to LA because just knowing that I'm a Laker.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you saw what Pat Beverly said?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was like, oh, we made it a clip.
We made it a clip that he was like, yo. Then he said, he's like, people just wanted to see the Clippers play. I don't know why, nigga. Neither do we, because it ain't true. It wasn't true, bro. I didn't want to see the Clippers play.
We still don't want to watch the Clippers.
I still don't want to watch the Clippers.
Like the Clippers are quietly like balling this year. Got a great
No, they
season.
are. They're putting up numbers.
The whole story in Staples Center.
Lakers.
The whole story in Staples Center is what's wrong with the Lakers?
Yeah.
Is Melo gonna get Sixth Man of the Year? Is AD gonna come back to form? What's wrong with Russell Westbrook? Meanwhile, quietly the Clippers are like 9-5.
Yeah,
Paul
PG
George is
putting up
playing great.
numbers.
Nobody
And here comes
gives a
Patrick
fuck.
Beverly in the middle of Minnesota talking about, it's a Clipper town.
It is not, and it never will be, bro. It's just facts of life.
The only Clippers that we ever saw in LA was at the Staples Center. Think about my joke that I just said. The Staples Center. Clippers. No. I tried to put it together. Paper clips.
Favorite Clippers.
No, we understood. But
You didn't need to.
I just wanted to set it up.
anytime you have to explain a joke,
It's not good. It's not
Rosie.
just I don't explain them. I just say them if they don't. I'm like,
good. It's just a
whatever,
fact of life. Though.
it's-
Certain cities,
You explain your joke sometimes.
certain cities.
Well, he
have
also
their
does
team.
the stupid shit that Adam be doing. They also do those
Yeah, he
little dad
like,
jokes. They're dad jokes.
Yeah, he be like, hey
Like he's thinking
guys.
of one now.
I'm like, we got it, Kaz.
Plenty of dad jokes.
Remember that steak run he went
I
on?
didn't want it.
Okay,
I
never
don't
mind.
want it. Don't even bring him back.
It's traumatizing.
Yeah, he's thinking of one right now.
I know he's thinking one right now.
He's gonna bring it back to
Don't
the
force
Clippers
it.
and the Staples.
Don't
Watch.
force it. Don't force
He's gonna
it.
bring it back before the show ends. He's gonna
You
bring it
think
back
so?
to the Clippers or the Staples.
All right, cool.
Watch.
Don't force it. Don't force it. Please don't.
But he's gonna
I'm
think
not
of
gonna
one.
force it, but I will definitely have one before the end of the show. Yo, have you ever seen a vitamin water display at your local store? It looks like you're walking into an actual rainbow. Is it just me, or are the flavors of vitamin water insanely attractive? Plus, with titles like Energy, Revive, Focus, Refresh, Essential, Power C, and Triple X, it's easy to pick a flavor to match your vibe. The real flex is flavor. Don't forget to check out the newest flavors, Gutsy Watermelon Peach and Look Blueberry Hibiscus.
Kendrick Lamar was at
Kendrick's back,
Day in Vegas
looking like
festival.
Black Jesus.
Day in Vegas festival. I don't know what knit outfit he had on, but he looked
a
like
great
He
one.
looked like extremely. He looked like the second coming. Put on a great performance from all 4 or 5 of his albums. We haven't seen him on stage in like 2 years.
Yep.
So that leads me to believe that not only are we going to get a phenomenal performance at the Super Bowl, which is in LA.
God, he's doing the Super Bowl. Sheesh.
Super Bowl alongside Snoop,
hometown.
Dre, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem.
Yeah.
Right? So now we're getting ready for that. And
Wait. Why is that the line? There's not just one performer anymore?
No, it's
That's
like the
it's a
whole
collective.
collective.
Yeah, it's
They
a
announced on
collective.
Pepsi a few weeks ago. It was tight.
yeah, it's those 5. And then it's
Are
been
you excited for
hints-
Eminem?
No. And then, like, what did you think I was going to say? Maybe. No. I don't want to see him.
No, because I feel like when we
fuck?
had that argument, you said he would never be able to do like a Super Bowl or
No, we said
Did he say that?
verses. I didn't say. I
Did you
didn't
say that?
I'm gonna have to go back and watch
No,
it because
I
I think
didn't
you
say
said
that.
you said there was, if there was
No,
a big
I did
concert.
not.
All right, I'll go back
Oh,
and
I
watch
I
said
remember what he said.
verses.
What did he say?
He said if he had a versus, it would have to be in like a stadium. It couldn't just do an arena or something like
Yeah,
that.
but
was
he
like,
said
I still wouldn't go see
Yeah,
it.
he said nobody would go to it.
I still won't go see it. If it's a versus, Eminem, a Super Bowl show compared to a versus show, clearly not the same. Now, if it's a Super Bowl show, yeah, there's going to be some theatrics. It's going to be
You gotta realize
more.
Low says these things facetiously.
I really don't.
But you're like you wouldn't go.
No,
see
anytime
it.
I say something that he doesn't agree with, he's like, "You're lying." I'm
Because
like,
you say you
I'm
wouldn't go see
not.
it, it's like Low.
What?
If
I
they were
don't-
like, hey, we want you to go watch this Eminem thing,
I'm like, I'm not interested. Like, why?
You're gonna go.
He'd be like, I went for work.
He's gonna be like, I went because I had to work. I'm like, bro, stop.
Is it-
acting like you don't want to go?
How
Like,
many
you would
times
go.
have you done things for work?
Plenty of times.
Okay, so why is it so hard to believe?
There's a reason why I do this type of work because it doesn't feel like work.
No,
I would
all right,
do
so,
this shit
all right,
for
how
free.
many, all right, so
I do
no.
it for free, chicken.
How many times that you had to write something for the source, you had to go somewhere for the stash, or you had to go somewhere for Spring Hill, whatever the case is, and you know you didn't want to go, but you're like, you know what, I have to do this for work, and it's free, let me go enjoy it. How many
It's
times
rare
have you done
happens.
that? Huh?
It's rare that happens. I
Has
feel like the last
has
time-
it happened?
I feel like the last time that happened was the Biggie concert in Brooklyn.
You didn't want to go see Biggie?
Bust around. I would love to see Biggie. I'm like,
Oh,
what?
a Biggie tribute.
That was a Biggie tribute.
I'm like, nigga,
I
when
was
did
about to say, how
when did you
old
go
are
see
you?
Biggie and you didn't want to go see Biggie?
I'm like, how old are you,
Yeah,
cuz?
like, nigga, you
I was
just
like,
get...
what? I'm not that old.
Benjamin
too.
Button ass. Why
Where's
would
Biggie before?
I'm like, no, you said the Biggie show, so I'm thinking like, nigga,
I'm like, you had a chance
you
to see
older than
Biggie?
me?
Nah, bro. No, there was a Biggie like tribute, and it was like, you know, Busta Rhymes, a bunch of other people, like folks I've seen before. But it's like I'm not dying to see it, but of course I'm gonna go see it. I'm a hip hop fan. Like Eminem, he's not the first person that pops up on my Spotify list, but I'm not gonna act like I'm not gonna have a bad time. Gonna go watch Eminem perform his greatest hits. Like, what's wrong with that? I'm not gonna be that stubborn and be like, I'm not going because I'm not an Eminem
what's
fan.
What's wrong with not wanting to go see like somebody? What's wrong with not wanting to be involved?
Because
like, why is that an issue?
I feel like you're the type of person that like you would force yourself to go because like it was for work or something like that.
Yeah.
And then some Eminem songs that you forgot slap will play, and you have to sit there and pretend like you're not having a good time.
No, like,
and nothing is worse than the guy pretending not to have a good time.
No, because you think that every place niggas go when it's involved with hip hop or it's like whatever the case is, niggas gotta have a good time or things gonna slap.
I would hope so.
I'm just not into his music. I know his music.
Yeah.
I understand his catalog. I respect his catalog.
And
it does not necessarily mean I want to recreationally go and watch this nigga perform.
Okay. So let's get back to what we were talking about before. You brought up Kendrick Lamar. Right. He's back. You think it's going to be, we mentioned the Super Bowl. You said this is going to be a great Super Bowl performance and something else. You didn't finish it.
No, before I was cut off.
Cut yourself off.
No, before I was cut off. This leads me to believe that obviously the album's coming because he's hinted at that.
Right.
I think something is coming before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Or directly after.
Am I allowed to say that?
Huh?
So you played me some songs. Am I allowed to say that? No? Whatever. There's some songs out there. It's not just you who has
it's
them.
on the internet.
You can don't act
so
like
then
I'm
why
the
would
only
you?
person.
So then why would you ask me?
Don't act like I'm the only
say it.
person that knows there's some new Kendrick floating around
it
the
is.
Just
interwebs.
say it. All right, so
Right?
Well, he
Just-
did say before he got
on.
off stage, he was
What?
like, "I'll see everybody soon," and I mean,
Yeah, no,
very
he did.
soon.
Yeah, no, he said
Yeah, like come on,
that.
bro.
All right, you didn't have to make it
I
hot.
seen the Baby Keem records. I'm sure he didn't go in there and recorded 2 songs and leave.
No.
He's out there.
No. You didn't have. You made it hot.
I
but
didn't
like,
make it
anyway,
hot. My
yes, you
fault.
did. Anyway,
Fed, stay off Lowe's back, please.
yeah. Okay. Thank you. No, but like, yeah, there were some snippet records. Can you shut up, bro? Like, this nigga loves to make shit hot. He was like, "Sorry, feds, you're listening."
And if
Both
kids
the
are
feds
not-
are like, you're welcome.
Bro,
We're gonna put the timestamp up, feds.
that's why I'm not sending you no more fucking records.
My fault. Go ahead, bro. You heard him, feds.
Yo, what you got going on
That's
this weekend?
joking.
What you got going on this week, bro? Nigga always loves taking a joke to the next level. Like,
New
shut
Kendrick.
up.
The new Kendrick.
There have been new Kendrick records floating around.
I feel like it's coming up.
There was about 3 or 4 records that snippets were floating around, like
Yeah.
maybe like almost a month ago.
Yeah.
So with this performance, with the Super Bowl performance, with him announcing his new media company infrastructure,
Right.
There's between all of that, we know that Kendrick is working, Kendrick is completed, and Kendrick is gearing up because all the big dogs have released their shit. You know, the Wale's, the Coles, the Drakes,
I don't think
the Big Sean's. Ross is dropping December 10th.
Kendrick's a different big dog. He's a different big dog, and I love those guys. All of every single one of those guys you just mentioned.
In what manner?
I think even more so than Drake, he's a bigger.
Oh,
big dog
is
than
that
Drake.
right?
I think so.
Where'd that come from?
First of all,
I think so.
Can you compare those two?
I think you can.
Nah,
I think
you
you
can't.
absolutely
You can't.
can.
No, you can't.
I think you
don't
absolutely
think
can.
so.
Kendrick has every single accolade that Drake has. Every
But I
single
just
one.
think Kendrick.
Except,
Well, Drake
It's a
don't have a
different
classic
vibe, though.
we're not doing this argument.
album.
Not in the
You
10th
said he has every
anniversary of
accolade.
Take
Drake
Care.
doesn't have a
Not in the
classic
10th anniversary of Take Care. We debating if it's a
fact-
classic.
No.
Even though people are celebrating the 10-year anniversary of it, it's a classic.
Niggas been celebrating 5-year anniversaries, 8-year anniversaries of every album that's come out over the past 5-8
There's
years.
also a different
I don't
day
mean no
that's a
fucking
national
classic.
day.
It's not a classic album.
Low.
I'm not doing this with you. We already
Low.
continue on. We're not
Low.
doing it.
Take Care is a
I'm not
classic,
doing
bro.
this.
Okay, but
not doing it.
besides
Sorry.
that, I don't think he's similar to Kendrick.
I think he's similar in the sense of, just
like
popularity.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
think that's what it
certain
is.
artists in hip hop, like when they drop, like they are events. Like there's only a handful of people that do that.
Listen, we had this conversation, I think, a couple weeks back, and this is why we look at Drake the way we look at him because he doesn't go away. Drake,
Right.
Kendrick,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kendrick has not been on a stage in 2 years.
That's
So
why I
it's
say,
bigger.
And that's why it looked, and the way he did it, the way that production looked, the way that show looked, it looked like it was a well thought out art installation of his albums
He's
and who he
theatric-
is.
he's
a
very
theatrical
theatrical.
artist that's a great storyteller that has longevity out the ass and has 4 great first albums. Not to
Right.
say Drake doesn't, but there's a certified classic with that first album.
Kind of similar to Adele, right? Like, don't see him a lot, but when they come out,
Yeah.
it is a moment.
But
Yes.
Adele,
You know
you
what I'm
see
saying?
more in media.
Well, yeah, because
But-
she's
yeah.
a famous white woman.
But Kendrick,
Like,
no, but I'm saying Kendrick even then, he still goes.
Kendrick
like,
was
He said,
dope.
well,
But
yeah.
that's what I'm
Famous
saying.
white
He
woman.
still goes out somewhere like to eat or something. Nobody talks about
Nobody
Kendrick.
sees Kendrick.
No, we don't see Kendrick.
what do you do, Uber
and I
Eats all
think
day?
no, but I think he's privy to that, and I think he understands.
That's his artistry. That's his
I
legacy.
think he understands the value of disappearing.
Yes.
I
Which
think
is what-
Drake doesn't understand that, or not understand it. He just doesn't care for it.
I think he
cares for
doesn't
it.
care for fame.
Who? Kendrick doesn't. No, Kendrick.
I think
Drake
does.
cares for fame
Yeah, I
think they
think
both
Kendrick
do.
doesn't even.
Kendrick
I
don't
think he
give a
wants to
fuck.
make his music and just.
and make moments like he did at Day in
That's-
Vegas.
I think that's all he cares
So
about.
when you're that good at making music, that's all you need.
That's true.
That's all you need.
That's
You
true.
don't need to do anything else. You don't need the theatrics.
And it doesn't take away from what Drake does or what he's doing.
No,
or what
I
he's
love
gonna
the
do.
Drake.
Yeah, well, yeah. It
Always,
doesn't take away.
Can I
I
ask
love
y'all a
that way
question?
too sexy.
But-
Do you like do you
don't
guys
like
like
that.
rappers that have like those split personalities or like those like different voices that
Like
they
Glock
use?
and Glizzock.
But that he sounds the same when he's Glock and him when he's
Right.
Glizzock.
Niggas that are
But you-
bipolar.
No, but like you know how Kendrick does those different voices and then Nicki does them. Like you know,
I
how
like
they
it
have,
when
like,
Kendrick
like when they
does it.
switch it, like
I
they
like
switch the
when
beat.
Nicki does it.
I think Nicki.
Same.
I think
Same.
that's real.
Yeah.
That's that's some shit like Nicki
No,
does in her house.
Okay.
Like, that ain't no
Kendrick
musician
will change
shit.
he'll change the whole beat and then he'll change the
Nah,
whole
yeah,
voice.
Kendrick does
and
that.
I love it.
I think that's just his tone. But Nicki, I think Nicki really does.
She walks around like that.
Yeah, I think she be in the crib like bugging, and her husband be like, "All right, enough of this shit."
But I'm excited for new Kendrick, man. I'm
I
always
can't
excited for
wait.
new
I
Kendrick,
love
bro.
Kendrick.
Kendrick is one of those artists. He's like, I think if Kendrick wanted to stop the world on CBS after football one day and say,
Oh,
hey,
no, he can't do that.
you don't think he can pull an Adele off?
No. There's a difference. He couldn't pull it off because of his pro-blackness. That's not.
You don't think a network will call that?
What?
Yeah, you're right. I think you're
CBS
BET maybe.
after football,
Oh, you kidding me? BT can afford that.
bro. That. But
BT can afford that.
CBS.
No offense to BT, but you know.
CBS at 9:00 on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday, all them white
Yo,
folks. Excuse me,
this
baby
is-
Jesus.
this is such a
All them white
shady
folks. Yo,
episode.
it's not.
it's
but yo,
real.
No, come on. Let's be completely honest.
Imagine Kendrick performing Black and the Berry on
CBS
CBS on Sunday afternoon television. No.
after the Cowboys.
No, come on.
Nigga,
man.
right before
The Cowboys just played, dude. The whole world just finished watching that game.
bro, right before Thanksgiving.
Cap Kendrick
people
black
be
ass
so
out
You
there.
got Kendrick black ass in that white ass outfit. Talk about I got. You can't do that, bro.
Come on, son.
CBS is not. They not that.
Yeah.
They not that brave. I'm sorry.
Hey,
And it's no
had the
like.
Nation of Islam out there and shit. Like, I don't know,
Bro,
I don't know, Kendrick.
You got niggas like holding their own jail cells. Like,
But you know what though?
come on.
That you know what though? That's how you put these people's feet to the fire, though, man. That's how you put their feet to the fire. Remember last summer, where everyone was all pro-black and we're gonna support black people and black content. Black people listen to this. When's the last time you had a conversation with your employer about that? Where did all that money that was donated to all these black companies went to? When did anybody follow up? Did any of that shit happen? Absolutely not. So no, Kendrick's not gonna get on CBS. He'll probably he'll probably take over like YouTube or something. Take over Apple.
Yeah.
Take over Netflix. Do some shit like that. Some shit you gotta
Yeah.
purposely put in and watch. CBS is CBS is passive TV. Like it's on TV shows and TV bars, hotels everywhere in the country. You can watch CBS by accident. You know what I'm saying?
When that Super Bowl happens, we're gonna see how. We're
people
gonna see.
react?
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
Because the last time we did that, when
of the
Beyonce
moment, top of the moment,
when,
top of the moment.
when Beyonce performed.
And even that shit had to be on Disney Plus. They're like, hey.
No, I'm talking about when Beyonce performed on a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
She talking about her nose is like the black Michael Jackson. She got hot sauce on her bag. And where was that, in Denver?
Forgot where it was. I want to say, goddamn. It was Arizona. I might be wrong.
Mine's either Arizona or Denver. So it was somewhere where the crowd was predominantly white, which is all Super Bowls.
All
pretty
NFL.
much. All NFL games, yeah. But Super Bowls, specifically, that didn't go over well.
Well,
And she didn't even lean in like
I
that.
was gonna say I don't think.
I mean, she
that
kind of
the
leaned in
power
because
went
she
out
had the
for no
black.
reason.
No, what?
Wasn't that the same performance?
I think it was, yeah.
No,
Like,
they had a
went
power
out?
outage.
Like Colin Kaepernick played it? No, it was after that. It was after Colin.
that wasn't.
It was after Colin.
But it was during her performance.
Nah, no,
Nah.
because I remember
You're
watching that
talking
shit in the
about
studio.
Niners and Ravens. When Colin Kaepernick was in the Super Bowl when he was playing.
Yeah,
Who
I'm talking
was-
about.
who was
I'm talking-
performing?
Oh, I don't know.
Beyonce wasn't performing. I'm talking about when Beyonce performed.
I
This is
think
right.
that's-
No, it wasn't. This is when Lemonade came out.
Ask.
Yeah, this is after
Ask
Lemonade.
Google.
Yeah.
That's
No, this
right.
was Lemonade.
Was it? Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, new Kendrick coming. Can't wait to hear that. I wish I got to see that in day in Vegas. I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for a lot of new music. Excited for a lot of new moments in sports that are going to be happening. Like right now, it's kind of like that sports equinox where like everything's kind of happening at one time. You know what I mean? Football's into play, basketball's into play.
See, Blackout Super Bowl, 2013.
Yeah, 2013. Who
Beyonce.
was playing in it?
Don't know that.
All
Her
right.
performance was not blacked out.
Might have been
because-
Kaepernick.
No,
It might have been
her
Kaepernick.
performance wasn't blacked out because Bruno Mars performed the same
they
year
were-
too.
It's new. Oh, it was in New Orleans.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that wasn't the same.
Yeah,
year.
so-
Anyway, go ahead.
So all that to say, a
you
lot of exciting things happen in the world of sports, music, and culture. Nothing more exciting than me about to be a daddy next week.
Oh, here we go.
So-
That shit again.
So
Every
next week-
episode, daddy talk. But
No,
yeah,
it's
I mean,
it's not every episode.
yeah,
I'm
it
saying
is.
that
No, and I'm
because-
glad it is every episode because this is a beautiful milestone for you, and it should be reminded that you're about to be a father. You should remind people that's been following you for the last 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
that you've come a long way. You're about to be a dad.
Yes.
You're about to be a young father,
Yeah.
and you're about to be a father that's going to provide your kid and have a lot of love around them. And you're gonna, your kid's going to see you in your prime. Be this person that I've always known you to be, that she's always known you to be, and it's going to be fun to watch. So yes, every episode, yes, you should be saying 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 week,
Countdown.
10 days,
Oh,
whatever.
it's 10 days.
Oh, it's
9
next
days.
week.
It's next week. So yeah, don't.
next week.
But no, yeah, we're gonna be proud of you, and hopefully,
Synchronized.
when you do come back, you'll be longing to come back to
Right.
reality because you about to be
Yeah.
you about to be under the jail.
That being said, Lo, what are you doing this week?
This week, nothing. I don't do too much, bro. Like I just try to like keep this, wait for this year to kind of just like funnel out.
Yeah.
Wait for this to evolve so we can really like buckle down. And just keep things consistent and just stay out the way, mind my business, make sure our people's is good, and that's it, man. Like I'm very. If you know where to find me, you know where to find me. And
That's
that's
right.
that. If
That's
you know, if
right.
you need me, y'all know where to find me at.
Rosie,
That's
before I
all.
ask you what you went to this weekend, talk about your last weekend because we saw the costume.
I didn't see it. I actually didn't see it.
You didn't see the
No, I didn't
costume?
see the costume.
Oh, it was
so
fire.
So here's the thing.
I didn't see the costume.
If you know me, you know I'm a sucker for a themed party.
You're a fucking
So-
child.
All right, so so this
Surprise.
theme was Space Cowboy. Now, the comments when I posted about costume were hilarious because why my brain went where it went, I don't know. But my cousin specifically was like, so you just missed the like slutty Space Cowboy and you went straight to, all you heard was costume, right, Rosie? And I was like, yes. I had this inflatable blow up alien that was carrying this little human and I made him a cowboy.
Yeah,
But
it looked
it was
like
fun.
two people. Like you ever see those costumes where
Yes,
it's like
yes,
someone's
yes.
carrying them?
I've seen
It
them.
was funny.
But I
I
made
get
the
it,
little
I
one a
get it.
cowboy. So it was a cowboy in space because the alien kidnapped him.
Yes, I get it. I
Get it?
Yes, that's Rosie. I get it.
Oh, way to nail the theme,
But
Rosie.
I don't know why my brain went there. I could have just
I
done
just
the
said, I don't-
iridescent bra.
Everybody was all like,
yeah, everyone was cute as shit.
A lot of things.
I don't get it. But like,
Booty
it's
shorts
Rosie,
and
like,
bras and cowboy hats, and I'm like, nah, I want to do this.
I did. Rosie is Rosie. So I just like
Never
sometimes
change,
I, Yeah, I
Rosie.
just leave it alone. Like, all right, cool.
Never
That's what you're
fucking
doing.
change,
Have
bro.
fun. Just don't die.
I don't die. Well,
Anything planned this week before we?
no, I have to go get Ryder. So.
Oh yeah, Ryder's back.
Yeah, I gotta
Little
revolve my
homie.
week around going to
thought
drive
you-
him. No, they're meeting me in DC because he had a limp, so I had to take him to the vet,
Nice.
whatever. So I have to go get him.
Okay.
All right, and Cash?
Man, just wrapping up a few
Prepping.
things before it's go time. There's a whole process. You know what I mean? There's going to the doctor like 4 or 5 times this week and making sure everything's straight, and everything's been straight. I just came from the doctor right before we came here. Yes, mom is doing well, and it's always perfect that mom has to be taken care of, but dad has to be taken care of too as well. So I'm making sure I'm doing that and making sure I'm in the right mind state. But a lot of folks who have followed this podcast from Flagrant have been like extremely nice because they, they know the whole story about what happened last time, and they've been like super supportive and said some very nice things for me and Jasmine. So I just want to say I appreciate all you guys reaching out and the congratulations and all that type of stuff. So yeah, man, I really got to just like get my mind focused and really make sure that I'm ready for everything that is about to change in life.
You're ready.
Yeah,
Once a better time.
There's never a better time.
But that's the
you're
fun
ready
part.
because that's
the fun part.
Yeah, it's like
You're not
if
ready.
you wait till you're ready, you're never gonna do it.
No, it kicks in. Like I already kind of feel it kicking in. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I know you well enough to understand that you're like you're scared and you're kind of like, I don't know what this is, and I don't know.
It's not so much scared. It's just
nigga. It is scary because
It's
if it was me,
anxiety.
I'd be scared.
It's
as fuck.
anxiety.
And it's anxiety.
You're
but
anxious.
That's mixed with fear too.
Yeah, it's
It's a mixture. It's like it's a gumbo pot of emotions.
It's a lot of emotions. There's
A
so
gumbo
many
pot of
emotions.
emotions,
There's
yeah.
happiness. There's anxiousness.
Yeah.
There's fear. There's you want to be overprotective. You don't feel like you're doing too much. Like it's so many things. I'm not scared of like holding her. I'm scared of like letting her go. Like I feel like as soon as I grab her,
You're not gonna put it down.
Oh my god! It's like how do I what?
How
Huh?
do I put her down?
Like,
How do I do it safely?
Who do I give her to? Who's
Can somebody put her down for
who's
me?
gonna have so
Like,
much?
please,
Who's gonna have that love that I got?
What do I do with the baby?
What do you do? What do I do with my hand?
Like unless it's Jasmine, who am I gonna give it to?
No, every day, like we just came from doctor, and you get to see her face, and like now, like her features are very pronounced. So like you could see the me and Jazz in her, and it's just like, I don't know what kind of chemicals go off in your head when you finally like see it and you finally hold it, but it's like nothing is more important than that. Absolutely nothing.
I want a baby.
So it's just
You got a dog, you're fine.
No, it's not the
You got a pit
same.
bull.
trust me, the dog.
You got a pit bull.
After you have the dog for a while, then it just happens that way.
The
The
first step is a
The
dog.
first step is the dog.
And then you get knocked
And
out.
then you just
Wow.
Then somebody just
I'm
says,
doing
You're
all
telling
right,
me they
like-
get a dog now. Like, no, I'm fine. If that's the process, yeah, no, I'm good.
Imagine
I'm
like,
okay.
she seems responsible.
Like, oh yeah, after 6 months, now it's time for the real thing.
Take this off.
Jesus Christ.
I'm good. I'm
man.
the godfather, so I'll deal with that for now.
It's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be parenthood's gonna be incredible. And I know the content might change a little bit more. Like, obviously, we're always gonna have fun here, but like, I'll never stop, being in dad mode. You know what I mean? But I'm just really excited, and I just feel like all the changes happening at the same time. So
It's good stuff.
I'll be back soon, guys. But I'll leave this place in good hands.
We'll see what happens.
And
You're not going anywhere.
I won't be back.
He's going to go for a week. It's fine.
But anywho,
Oh, wait, before we leave, it's one of our best friend's birthday.
Niles G.
I wish we could have had him over here. I don't know where he's at. I'm about to meet him in Brooklyn.
The one and only, the wonderful Niles G, one of the incredible, one of the most incredible radio talents in all of music, responsible for a lot of your favorite artists. But on top of all that, just a great freaking guy, one of my favorite people.
Yeah, happy birthday to my best friend Rocco. Went to school with him. That's my guy. We call him CEO, but he's a great connection to all
call
three
him
of us
little
here.
man.
Yeah, he doesn't like that. But yeah, no, happy birthday. He'll see this tomorrow, but happy birthday, King. We love you, man. I think he hasn't been on the show, has he?
He hasn't been on the show yet, but
No, we wore his
my head.
late night buns shirt.
Yeah,
Yes,
He
yes.
also runs Late Night
Founder of Late
Buns.
Night
Yeah.
Buns.
So if y'all know him, Niles G on Twitter and Instagram, please go wish him a happy birthday.
Yep.
Happy
He'll probably act like you don't know him, but just tell him that we sent you. But yeah, more life to Rocco, more life to baby Kazim, more life to the little thing you got, the pit bull.
What?
Ryder.
Ryder.
What, so you're just wishing life to all little things?
And more life to my
See what I
Jameson.
did there?
I mean my secret say less juice.
To all small.
And Kaz, you got this, baby. You don't even worry about it. You got it.
I appreciate you.
And
guys.
you leaving the show in good hands. We got you.
Thank you guys so much. So on behalf of everybody, thank you everyone over here in the studio. Thank you, Julia, Charlotte,
Hannah.
Hannah. Got everybody in here. You guys are the best.
He's looking at the wall as if they
Yeah,
can
like
see
they're-
them, as they can
you
see
can't
us
see
through the
them,
wall.
bro.
He's like, "Thank you, Julia.
Thanks, Julia.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Thanks, Charlotte.
Like,
Alexa.
nigga,
And
Shout out
Michael.
to
Yeah,
you.
like
See
nigga,
her.
they can't. I don't know if they can see.
Word. Thank you, Michael Davies. Thank you, Ben. Thank everybody for giving us this great home. We ain't going nowhere, but I'll be back soon. But so like we say at this time, every time, stay free, stay safe, and always say less.
This nigga is going through it right
soon.
now. This nigga is going through it.
What's up, y'all? This is Kaz.
Lowkey.
Rosy.
Thank you for checking out the Say Less podcast.
Don't forget to check out every new episode on Monday on YouTube.
And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Mother.